Greetings, everyone. Been a bit of a busy week, which is why there's been a couple days without any videos. I do apologize for that. There is more Dead Space coming, and there are more DVD reviews coming. But I feel I need to pause and reflect, and most importantly, clarify a few things that some of you seem to be a little confused about. So, it's rant time again, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Now, with previous rants, and before anybody mentions, yes, I finally cut my hair. I was actually thinking of growing it out, but as it was growing out, I realized it was just becoming really annoying to manage. So I thought, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna shave it. Rosie loves it, actually. Tickles her little fingers. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, rant. Now, of course, most rants that I do are, home video related or video game related in some way. Something that irritates me and I just want to get some stuff off my chest or whatever. This time, I'm actually going to be talking about my YouTube channel, very specifically. Because it seems that certain people can't be bothered to actually look at what my channel is. They see one or two videos and they just assume that's what I'm all about. Well, that's not the case. For example, people see one of my DVD reviews or DVD updates, so they assume I'm a DVD review and update guy. Or other people see one of my video game videos, and they assume okay, he's a video game guy. Other people see some of my, funny music videos or whatever. It's like, he's a comedy, funny music video guy. Am I beginning to paint a clear picture here? I am none of those things, and I am all of those things. Let me show you something. This, of course, is my YouTube profile. If we head over here, to the box that comes up right when you load up the screen and see it all the time, if you bother to look, it says Style Variety. The reason I mention this is, people don't seem to understand the significance of the style description under someone's profile name. In my case, it's very relevant, and I think in most people's cases it's very relevant, but nobody seems to be paying attention to it, which is why I'm shoving it in your face. Variety. There's categories for review. If you're just a reviewer and that's all you do is reviews, you can put yourself under the review category. If you're just a musician and all you do is music, there's a musician category. If you just do gaming videos and that's all you do, there's a gaming category. Myself, I do all of those things and more. So the only category that realistically fits what I do is variety. So, variety, because I do a variety of things. Now, why am I talking about this now? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First off, I'm just getting really tired of seeing the same old comments all the time. Every time I post one type of video or the other. I post a DVD update video and it's like, when's the next part of Dead Space coming? Or I post the next part of Dead Space and it's like, when's the next DVD update coming? It's like, just subscribe if you want to know when the next this or that is coming, and you'll see it when it's there. I don't really plan ahead, and I keep trying to tell people this. I don't really plan ahead on my channel that much. I just sort of play it by ear. I go by whatever's popular that week. Like, if more people want to see DVD updates, I do more DVD updates and reviews that week. If more people are asking me about Dead Space, I do more Dead Space videos that week. I just kind of, feel out what the viewers are responding to that particular week. Or, more often than not, it's just completely random. It's like, I got a bunch of DVDs, I should do some updates. And then when I finish those, it's like, I don't really have any DVDs coming, so I'll do a bunch of Dead Space episodes and just kind of take it like that. But always remember, guys, it's a variety channel. it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just going to be video game and DVD reviews either, because I do other things, as those of you who've actually bothered to go back and look at my old stuff will know. So, this has been an ongoing thing for a while. It's like, just calm down. Okay? I'm doing all of the above and more. You will get the kind of videos that you're interested in. You don't need to keep asking me incessantly about it. The other thing I'd really like to see stop, please, don't leave comments on videos that aren't related to the video. If you want to ask me about DVDs, put it on a DVD video. If you want to ask me about video games, put it on a video game video. Okay? Thank you. It's just a minor pet peeve. I'm not, like, really getting on people's case about it, but, you know, it's a little bit annoying when I'm looking for responses about what people thought about the latest Dead Space video and somebody's asking me about which DVD release I would get for a particular movie. You know, it's just, keep it related, you know, because I get notifications for comments no matter how new or old a video is. So whatever it is, just because it's the latest video doesn't mean that I'm going to see that more. I see all the comments. I see everything, okay? So the other reason I wanted to do this was because some of the response, or some of the comments I've been getting on these particular topics have seem to be becoming increasingly douchebaggy lately, and I don't quite understand why. For example, on the latest episode of Dead Space, there was a comment, and I quote, "I like games just as much as the next guy, but why the hell do you keep posting this Dead Space play bullshit? Are you not doing DVD reviews anymore? Enough with the game shit already." Like, what the hell kind of comment is that? So, okay, obviously this guy subscribed to me because he likes my DVD reviews, and that's fine, you know? But anybody who watches what I do for more than 5 minutes, it should be obvious I don't just do DVD reviews. Now, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like, think of it like a TV channel, okay? Think of it like any typical TV channel, because that's really what YouTube channels are. They're TV channels, but on the internet and independently made by people like you and me. But think of it like a TV station on your cable or whatever. Do you watch every single show that's on that channel? And when a show that you don't like comes on that channel, do you write angry letters to that channel telling them to stop showing that show? No, of course not. You just don't watch it. You just go and watch something else. Well, the same goes for my channel. I know that not everybody is going to enjoy absolutely everything that I do, and I don't expect them to. That would be ridiculous. You can't please everybody all the time. But bitching and moaning to me because that particular day the video I posted isn't what you personally subscribed to me for is pointless. I'm not going to suddenly stop doing those videos because you don't like them. Just take a look at the view counts on any one of my videos. There is more than enough people watching to justify my continuing to do one type or the other. There's a lot of people who love the Dead Space videos, and that's the primary reason they come here, so I do them, and I continue to do them. And for your information, there's 18 more episodes to go, and I'm probably going to talk about the game a little bit more after that. Not only that, but I've done videos for other games. Oh yeah, they're shot, they're done, they're finished. I'm going to slot them in randomly over the course of the next few months. So yeah, video games aren't going away. So, sorry. But neither are DVD reviews. Of course I'm going to keep doing DVD reviews. Why would I stop doing DVD reviews? It's not like I just suddenly stopped collecting DVDs because I'm doing a few video game videos. You know, if you knew, I don't know how long you've been subscribed to me, but if you know anything about me, it's that I love to talk about my DVD collection. Which brings me to my second douchebag comment of the week. Maybe I should make this a regular feature. The douchebag of the week. Now this guy took it too far. So first off, he left a comment on one of my old videos, so it would be well buried, so the majority of my viewers wouldn't see it, but he knew I would see it. And what he said was, he actually posted this on one of my really old ones from like almost a year ago. It was one of the ones where I was doing the overview of my collection. First off, he says, "Your collection is not ridiculously large, dude." And I responded, I said, "What is the point of your comment? I never made any claims that it was the largest collection in the world or anything, but it is substantially bigger than most people's. It is what it is. And then he says, you constantly brag about your collection. It's annoying. Okay, now let me just stop right there. When have I ever bragged about my collection? I think I gave this a lot of thought, and I think what he was referring to was my enthusiasm when I talk about DVDs. It's like when let's pick up one randomly here, I just happened to have Manhattan Murder Mystery. It's like, look what I got. Ooh yeah, super cool. That's not me bragging about it, okay? I can see how it might be interpreted that way, but I'm saying, hey, look at this cool DVD I got, and you can get too because it's available now. You know, I talk about them, I get excited about them, I review them. It's what I do. I mean, how am I supposed to do it? Like, I got this DVD today. It's good. I recommend it. Thank you. Like, seriously, like, what does he expect me to do? Like, just show no emotion whatsoever and be completely dry and dull and boring as hell? No. So anyway, I argued with the guy for a while, being very rational. I mean, you can go and look at the comments if you want. It's on my my DVD collection, comic book adaptations, and Voltron video from 9 months ago. So anyway, I basically said, no, I talk about my stuff and I review it, and that's the end of it. And he says, dude, don't spaz out. Like, I was not spazzing out, okay? I like your vids, really, could have fooled me, but you come off like you're bragging about your collection, and you may not see it that way. Well, no, I don't, because that's not how it is. And I had gone and looked at his profile just to see sort of what kind of person I was dealing with, and what really confused me was he subscribed to me and guys like Cool Duder and a whole bunch of other people in the same kind of thing who talk about their DVD collections all the time. So I was like, what the fuck is your beef with me? So he says, why are you creeping on my profile? Yeah, like, okay, I'm stalking you now, whatever. Paranoid much? So then he says, you spaz out every time it says something that you don't see eye to eye with, just like any other nerd. So now he's trying to insult me. And I'm like, I said, well, by the way, I consider being called a nerd a compliment, so thanks. So the last thing he said was, well, anyone would know that much if they sat on their butt all day in front of a computer. Do you even have a job, college education, GED? You probably live off your wife, which is quite sad, or mom and dad are still pitching in. Okay, allow me to clarify my current living situation. Annetta works full-time. I'm a stay-at-home dad. The reason we have that arrangement, well, there's a few reasons for it. First off, Annetta's working in the medical profession, doing a job that she's always wanted to do. So that's great. She's doing what she wants, and it gets her out of the house. So she gets a break from me and a break from the baby for a while. The other reason is because we did not want our daughter growing up in a daycare. We wanted to have one of us home at all times to be there for her at all times. I'm sorry if some of you aren't parents and you can't understand the importance of constantly being there for your child, but that's the reason we did that. The other reason was I've been doing a lot of independent, home-based endeavors on the internet. There's my YouTube stuff, there's my website, there's my music, there's my chat room, and I'm working on a podcast, and there's my blog, and there's just a whole bunch of different things, all of which I make money doing. Okay, so I was looking to spend more time to focus more properly on that and actually turn it into a viable second income, which it is now becoming. So there's a lot of reasons for our arrangement being the way it is right now. Prior to this, when we were living in Calgary and Annetta was pregnant, I worked full-time. She stayed at home. It was the opposite situation. Before that, before we got pregnant, we were both working because we didn't have a kid to worry about. It was only ourselves. So we had tons of money coming in. So there's a lot of reasons for why our living arrangement is what it is at any given time. We don't just do things willy-nilly. We don't just mooch off each other. We have very specific reasons and very specific plans for doing things the way we do them. And might I add, who the fuck are you to tell me what is so good or bad about my life when you clearly do not have the whole picture? So yeah. Anyway, argued with that guy for a little bit and realized, you know what? I don't need his subscription. I don't need a douchebag like that telling me how to run my life on my channel. So I unsubscribed him and I blocked him. End of story. And I'm sharing the story with you. Just in case there's anybody else out there who may share that opinion but has at least been tactful enough not to voice it. I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. Now finally, back to the variety thing for a moment, just to fully illustrate my point that this is not a review channel, this is not a gaming channel, this is not a music channel, this is not a comedy channel, this is not any other kind of channel that would fit neatly and as a tidy package into one of those categories. It is a variety channel. Let me explain to you what precisely the Multimedia Chronicles means. In fact, I've already explained it to you back on April 17th of 2008 when I did the very first edition of the Multimedia Chronicles. Let's take a look at a clip, shall we? Because in addition to talking about technology and gaming and video and DVDs and stuff like that, I'm also going to be talking about other things like maybe board games, for example. Can you see that? Yeah, board games. Or comic books. I've already got some comic book segments that I'm working on and stuff like that. So really, I'm taking the term multimedia quite literally and using it as an all-encompassing term for all forms of media, which some of you may or may not agree with. You may think, oh, well, really, it should only be used for computers or gaming. But no, not really. So there you go. The Multimedia Chronicles is all of those things and a whole lot more. Now, for those of you who have been waiting for some comic book videos, I do apologize that I still haven't got around to them almost a year later. I will eventually. At this point in time, I couldn't even hazard a guess as to when. But I will do some videos about my graphic novels and about my comic books and stuff like that. I don't really collect much anymore. I mostly have older stuff from the 80s and 90s, some 70s stuff. But yeah, at some point we'll dive in there. Maybe I'll have like a comic book month or something where I'll just jump in there. But the bottom line is, just because I happen to be focusing on one topic or another during a particular week, don't freak out and assume that I've abandoned everything else, because no, I'm never going to abandon everything else. I'm always going to be doing videos about my collection and whatnot. I've been doing them for years. Like even before YouTube came around, I would do them as segments on my video letters, I might put those up as sort of like Multimedia Chronicles Classics or something like that, just so you can sort of see, that's a tongue twister, what my collection was like over the years and things like that. Stuff where I'm demonstrating my first Laserdisc player and things like that. There's a lot of neat stuff I can dig out of the archives that I think you guys might enjoy. But yeah, so just remember, variety channel. And don't ask me incessantly when the next this or that video is coming. It'll come eventually. It'll come when I get around to it. If you want to know, just subscribe and you'll get updates. And remember, treat it like a TV channel. You're not automatically obligated to watch and or enjoy absolutely everything I do. I don't expect you to, and nobody else does. So if you don't like a particular type of video I do, just don't watch it. Just watch the ones you like and ignore the ones you don't like. I'm subscribed to like hundreds of people, and I don't watch everything they do. I watch, maybe a quarter of what they do a lot of the time. It depends how often they put out videos, but I don't have time to watch everybody's videos, and I'm sure you guys don't either. So anyway, that's my rant / bitch and moan fest. I'm done. And now we can return to our regularly scheduled programming. Next up, I have some very exciting news about the Multimedia Chronicles and sort of where things are heading, which we'll get into next time, not this time. I don't want to put it into the rant video. But right away, we've got some DVD updates, because I got a bunch of new DVDs this week. So I got to brag about them as much as I possibly can and shove them in your face and talk about how much better I am than you. No, just kidding. Anyway, see you in the next one. DVD update time. Next time. Alright, thanks for watching and listening and being there and just being yourselves. See you next time, folks. Sayonara.